Tonight, local health advocates are pushing for more monkeypox vaccines in the Coachella Valley. They're making the case that our region is unique as a tourism area with a large LGBTQ population, and that's why it's important to be proactive. I spoke with the executive director of the HIV and Aging Research Project Palm Springs, Jeff Taylor. Jeff, first off, I'd like to start by asking you your reaction to not only how the county but the state has responded to monkeypox here in the Coachella Valley.
Well, I think it's all the way from the top down. The CDC and the FDA also are responsible for the vaccine shortages we have, and the state has their allotment, and that goes to the county, of course, and the county is really limited in what they're able to distribute. So I think from a community perspective, what we'd like to see is that the state has a lot more vaccine to work with and that they could make more available, specifically to Palm Springs, because we're so unique in being an LGBT mecca for tourism and also for sex tourism. And there's a lot of activity that goes on, even in the summer months. And this is a perfect way to spread. I think it's comparable to other destinations like Provincetown or Fire Island in New York. And they've done a good job of working with their health departments to make vaccines available to proactively vaccinate everyone. And we need that here.
Is it surprising to you, Jeff, that there aren't enough vaccines here in Palm Springs and the surrounding area?
Yes and no. I mean, we're part of a larger largely rural county. So we're not a large city like New York or San Francisco or LA. But I think we're trying to make the case with the state that we are unique, as I just described, in being a tourism mecca. And what happens in Palm Springs doesn't necessarily stay in Palm Springs. So we need to be proactive and get on top of this now before it gets any worse.
And I recently watched the town hall Zoom meeting last week, and one of the topics discussed was sort of the messaging and a lot of confusion for folks who are trying to figure out where they need to go to get the vaccine and who's eligible to get the vaccine. Do you think there needs to be more done to improve that messaging?
Absolutely. Right now, the amounts of vaccines are so small, and they're only being distributed through 3 places, DAP Health, Borrego Health, and Eisenhower Health, very limited numbers. So they're reaching out to people they know are at very high risk. So if the general community wants it, there's really no place to go. So that's I think the logjam we need to break through and make more available so people can go not only to those places, but elsewhere in the community, like walking clinics, their own clinics, the county clinic even. So we need more vaccines in more places. So we have something to tell people. Right now, we don't have much to tell them.
Are you hopeful that that's going to be changing soon and that enough is being done to make these improvements?
It will be changing. In my opinion, it's happening too slowly. And that's why we're hoping that the state can step in and provide more. What they're currently allotted to receive through the county is it's going to be too little, too late. And so we're really hoping. And we've been talking with the State Department of Health, writing the governor. Our state senators, Raul Ruiz, has weighed in. So, forces are being brought to bear, but this needs to happen quickly and now to make a difference.
And I mentioned the Zoom. There's another Zoom meeting tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Why is it important to do these types of town hall Zooms?
Well, I think the community needs to know, right? There's a lot of information floating around in the news and in social media right now because vaccine supplies are so low. People are actually going to LA and getting vaccinated there. So I think it's important to know what's available here in the community. It's changing day by day. So this is a really good way. In addition to these meetings, we've been having what we call task force meetings with community leaders, doctors, providers, clinics, and the state and county health folks to find out what the situation is. So this is a way to get that information out to the community, since we just learned last week that Thursday and Friday were the first days that they were able to offer vaccines here in the community.
Anything else, Jeff, you would like to say before we let you go?
This kind of reminds us of AIDS here in the gay community, and we're disappointed that some of the same